Hello fellow YouTubers and cooking enthusiasts. So today I'm going to be making Salisbury steak from scratch. I do know that I have a friend out there that says true Salisbury steak is made from chopped steak. Well, I'm not going to be using chopped steak today. I'm going to be using hamburger. So follow along. Alright parents, how many out there have kids that really don't like onions? Well, you can always use your KitchenAid food processor in order to make that a thing of the past. So, that ain't just onions, that's minced onions. Look at them onions. If they can find that, well, good on them. They managed to find it. But those onions are gone. Kinds of little attachments that has to come out so that we can put big blade back in. It says to add a pound of ground beef. I think this is a pound of ground beef. Going to be adding the dry ingredients to it. Add the wet. Safety feature, it unlocks, stops. I'd say that's done. Line my cutting board with the parchment paper, and let's say that's about as big a Salisbury steak as I want. Now apparently Salisbury steaks are supposed to be pointy at one end. Always put that hole in the center. Rachel Ray taught me that. Looks like this one's going to be a slightly smaller one. Hold in the middle. Look, you can hear the dog jumping on the back door. It's Max. A lot of you folks have met Max through my other videos. What I'm going to do, I'm going to steal from this one to give that one. I'm going to roll this one back out again. I'm sure it's got a pointy end. So, got my cast iron Dutch oven. Now at this point, put my rings back on because didn't want to have hamburger and such underneath my rings. There we go, rings are back on. It'll take 3 or 4 minutes for this cast iron Dutch oven to get up to heat. When it does, there'll be smoke coming off it, and then we'll put the Salisbury steak in the Dutch oven. So at this point, Dutch oven is hot. Just going to tilt the camera just a little bit up to that, and you can see the smoke being captured. So that is plenty hot. Now there's no oil in it. You can see at the bottom there, no oil. The reason that I'm using my cast iron Dutch oven is because it's got such a high wall, so it won't splatter over the side of the Dutch oven and make extra mess, because you've got to keep your range nice and tidy. We'll come back in a few minutes here when we'll flip those, put those aside, put the last 3 on. Then we're going to be making the onions. That's going to be going for the onion gravy. Looking good. This is one of those teaching moments. Cast iron gets really hot, okay? Wear a glove when you're grabbing your cast iron. Believe me, you don't, you'll be regretting it. You'll have sear marks on your fingertips. Now, as you can see, there was no oil in here when I first started. There is the drippings from these hamburgers that's actually going in here, but those hamburgers, Salisbury steak, did not stick to that cast iron pot. For those of you that are actually wondering, this is actually a large 5-quart cast iron Dutch oven. I'd say it's been about, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe more, maybe less. Look like they're cooked to me. Even if they're not, they're going to be cooked later on in gravy. So it's not like, even if they were maybe a bit raw now in the center, that we're going to die later on. I don't think so. I'm not about the dying. Yeah, I'd say it's been about 10 minutes since I've been cooking the next set of Salisbury steak. Transfer them to a plate. They're going to be holding. Here we go. Go aside. What it says to use about 2 tablespoons of butter. Yes, that's about 2 tablespoons. Leave that amount. Add the onions. Look at those onions. Look at those onions. Gotta love the onions. Alright, we're going to continue cooking the onions. I'll be back. Okay, so the onions have, well, I don't know. They look really done to me. I don't know where the camera lens is, but anyway, to me they're done. And that's what's important. If they're done to you, they're done to you. So, now the part calls for the flour and the gravy bouillon to be added. So, add that. Incorporate that in. Now, this is making the roux. I have a feeling that this gravy is going to be super dark. Yeah, that smells nice. I got 2 cups of water, a little bit at a time. Oh no, I'd say that was a half cup. There, that all got incorporated. Next half cup. The next half cup. So the gravy is a bit thin. I think I'm gonna reduce mine a little bit, make it a little thicker. Okay, so this is the last step. The gravy is about where I want it. Now to transfer the Salisbury steak into the gravy.
And I think you should give me a sample of that gravy to make sure nobody gets sick.
Oh, I see, I see.
Here's my spoon.
Your spoon? Well, look at the spoon. My good God. Here, I'll tell you what we'll do. For safety's sake.
Just one spoon's good.
I want to make sure I get you a spoonful.
Okay.
There you go. You might want to let that cool because it's likely very, very hot.
Thank you.
Okay, so reduce the stove. Grab the lid. See you in about an hour.
You put mushrooms in it.
Hi there. Did you enjoy today's cooking video? I certainly had lots of fun making it. As you can see, I'm really not a professional. I do enjoy doing this, and I hope that you can share my videos with your friends so that they can actually see how much fun I've actually had doing it. If you could subscribe down in that bottom corner where it says subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. I'm a fledgling YouTuber trying to make it. I'd like to get lots and lots of subscribers if I possibly could. Thanks.